Spurs beat QPR 2-0 on Saturday afternoon in a pre-season friendly. Goals from Bissouma and Scarlett. After the game, Ange Postecoglou, talking about Bissouma, said it's only a friendly. He has to do it in a game. Postecoglou also provided an injury update on Lucas Bergvall. The under-21s beat St Albans 2-0 on Saturday afternoon. Fabrizio Romano has just stated, here we go soon. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg to Marseille, and L'Équipe have just stated that Spurs will receive €13.5 million from Marseille for Højbjerg.
Chris Cowlin. Fan cams. Club news. Transfer news. Match previews. Legend interviews. Spurs winning. Press conferences. Covering everything Tottenham and England.
Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you listen to this on an audio platform, please do that follow button and leave a review if you can. So let's start by talking about our second pre-season friendly. Took place on Saturday at Loftus Road. QPR 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Goals from Yves Bissouma and, of course, Dane Scarlett 3 minutes from time. Now, after the game, Ange Postecoglou said it was okay. We've had a tough week. Training, game, travel. So I felt for the boys. We kind of knew that it would be a bit leggy, but I still felt that we played some good stuff. We probably weren't as clinical in front of goal as we were in midweek against Hearts. But that is probably because we've had a hard week. We've still created some chances, good chances overall, not too bad. Again, everyone got through it, so that is the main thing. We're looking to keep progressing our game, keep improving, trying to implement our principles. To be fair to the boys, they've come back in good condition. So it's more about pushing on from last season and the foundation that we have created. Hopefully, that is a springboard to something better. Now, on Saturday against QPR, Yves Bissouma scored his first goal in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt. Ange Postecoglou, talking about the midfielder, said, yes, it will give him confidence, but it is only a friendly. I want to see him do it in a game. He is capable of it. That is our challenge for our guys. We know the capabilities are there. We've got to produce it when it counts. He was good today against QPR. He has been through a good pre-season so far, and we've got to keep pushing him. Now, midway through the first half at Loftus Road, Lucas Bergvall went off injured. Now, Spurs boss Ange Postecoglou has provided an injury update on Bergvall. He said he was just a bit sore. I don't think it is anything significant. Again, for him and for Archie Gray, this is all new to them, the way that we train, and we have got to look after them. But like I said, I don't think it is anything significant. On Saturday evening, Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano broke the following news. French club Marseille are closing in on a deal to sign Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. There is an agreement in place with the player and also almost done with Tottenham, now working on final details. Now, L'Équipe in France are stating that Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Pierre-Emile Højbjerg will move to Marseille. Spurs will receive around €13.5 million. Now, the Tottenham Hotspur under-21s maintained a perfect start to their pre-season campaign, making it 2 wins out of 2 with a 2-0 victory at St Albans on Saturday afternoon. Santiago provided the assist for Ajayi as the forward netted the opening goal midway through the first half before Jaden Williams secured the win at Clarence Park with plenty of Spurs supporters in attendance. Now, the actual attendance was 1,847. After Spurs beat QPR 2-0 in the friendly on Saturday afternoon, a number of Spurs players took to social media to express their delight on the win and how pre-season is going so far. Captain Heung-min Son said, special feeling to be back together, working hard, enjoying the pre-season process and looking forward to seeing everyone back home and in Japan. Archie Gray said, another step in the right direction. Goal scorer Yves Bissouma said, first goal for the club, the best club in the world, more to come. George Abbott said, good start to pre-season. Will Lancashire said a good start to pre-season. Striker Valise said enjoying everything, preparing for whatever comes. The best is always yet to come. One head beats 10 legs. Now, my thoughts on everything in this episode. Let's start by talking about Saturday's friendly at Loftus Road. QPR 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2, goals from Basuma and Scarlett. I tell you what, every single player so far has been given their all during these two pre-season friendlies. I'm absolutely delighted on how that we have played and how we have been in these two games so far. Ange Postecoglou has given, you know, the majority, if not all of the squad opportunities. Even Luca Gunter making a fantastic save at Loftus Road against QPR. And, you know, every single player has stepped up. I know a lot of people have said, you know, how impressed they have been by the development players, the youngsters coming in, and they have certainly grabbed their opportunity. You know, Jamie Donnelly has been involved. Will Lancashire has been involved. Of course, he scored midweek against Hearts. He took his goal really well. Mikey Moore, only 16 years old, has played in both of these games as well. Archie Gray, I think, has been absolutely brilliant in both of these matches so far. Lucas Bergvall, really enjoyed watching him. There was a bit of a scary moment when he went down, and of course he limped off midway through the first half, but fortunately Ange Postecoglou has said that he is okay. You know, it was just precautionary for him to go off. And, you know, it's been a pleasing week. Of course, we've got 4 pre-season friendlies left before the Premier League season starts. We all know that we still need to do business in the transfer window, but from what we have seen so far, it is really pleasing to see all of the youngsters giving absolutely everything and taking their opportunities. So often on this channel, so often when I talk about Tottenham and talk about our players, you know, I always say, you know, when you've got your opportunity, you've got to grab it, you've got to take it, because you never ever know when your next one is going to be. Jed Spence, I can't do this video without mentioning him. You know, what a turnaround. I never ever thought that I'd see him in a Spurs shirt again. A brilliant performance up in Scotland on Wednesday evening from him. And again, he showed it. You know, and even the crowd, you know, really cheered him on Saturday against QPR. I think he looked surprised, and I think that some of the crowd were even surprised that they were cheering him, because they didn't ever think that we'd see him in a Spurs shirt again, which is quite remarkable, incredible. What's going to happen to him? Are we still going to offload him? Do we still want to sell him? Or has he changed the mind of Ange Postecoglou and does now Ange want to keep him, you know, going forward? That is going to be a very, very interesting one. Of course, we do still need players in the transfer window. That is an absolute must. A striker must be #1 priority on the list. I still think that we need, you know, to strengthen in all areas, in defence, in midfield and up front. Even another winger coming in. You know, it could be argued, you know, perhaps another winger coming in, because, you know, although we've signed Timo Werner on loan for another season, is he going to smash it up in the Premier League next season? I don't think I'm really convinced by him, which is a shame. But I think that Ange is probably confident that he is going to get the best out of someone like Timo Werner. That's also going to be another interesting one. But as I say, I think that everybody has stepped up in pre-season so far. I know I'm not going to get carried away, and I know some people will be thinking, you know, you're getting carried away here. I'm not. It is Hearts, it is QPR. You know, the tests are going to get better and better. Of course, we finished with 2 friendlies against Bayern Munich, one in South Korea and one at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And then, of course, we faced Leicester City on that Monday night, just after the opening weekend of the new Premier League campaign. But that brings me on to, you know, talking about, you know, the transfer window, because we still need players. We have offloaded a number of players. It looks like now we're about to offload yet another player, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. He's fully expected, was fully expected, you know, since last season, really, last summer, or even January. It was expected that he was going to go out the door. Although he featured in a lot of games last season, although he really helped Ange Postecoglou and the team out last year, stayed extremely professional, even though he wasn't getting starts. He was probably the most used sub. I think I'm right in saying that, probably the most used sub under Postecoglou in his first season. Always come on, always professional, always did a job for us, always did what was asked of him. And, he's always stayed extremely professional. I wish Pierre-Emile Højbjerg all of the very best for his future. And that does look like he's on the way to Marseille for around €13.5 million. Now, I've said on this channel many times, and I think that a lot of Spurs fans have said exactly the same thing. Ange Postecoglou walked into a massive rebuild. Yes, there is still work to do, but, him, the club, all of the new guys at the club that have just come in, they are making things happen in terms of players heading out the door. What we want to see now is new players heading in the door, because our squad has actually got smaller, and we now need to bring in real quality additions that is going to improve this football club, take our football club forward, and help Ange, get the results and guide us to success and guide us to glory that we have been starved of, if you like, in the last 16 years. The under-21s done well again. Another good result from them on Saturday, beating St Albans 2-0. Of course, last weekend I witnessed the under-21s beating Enfield Town 3-2. But of course, pre-season, it's not all just about results. It is about the fitness levels. But it's nice that the first team and the under-21s, overall 4 games, 4 wins, scored a hatful of goals, and it looks very, very positive. And as I say, it's very, very positive from the youth perspective, because a number of the under-21s must be thinking, I want a part of that in the first team, because if Jamie Donnelly's getting there and Mikey Moore's getting there and Lancashire's getting there, Tyrese Hall is another one, Max Robson's there as well. There are so many players. So, the under-21s need to be pushing and keep pushing to try and get into Ange Postecoglou's squad. That is really, really great to see. And I'm so glad to see that Ange Postecoglou has given so many of the youth players opportunities in these first team friendlies so far that we have played at Hearts and at QPR. And as I said already, every single one of them is taking their chance, taking their opportunity. And I just think that they need to keep knocking on that door. And hopefully that some of them can break in to the first team at Premier League level when, of course, the new season starts in August. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit the follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you on the next one. Come on, you Spurs.